everyone, welcome back to another video. Of course, I'm gonna jump right in with my skincare like I always do. Of course, using my Clinque clarifying lotion to cleanse my skin and get rid of all the dirt and bacteria and dead skin cells on my skin. It wasn't as bad as last time when I showed you guys because I already had makeup on. Anyway, next I'm going to use my serum. This is the 4th Ray Beauty Face Milk, the rose one. And then I'm going to use this, I think it's amethyst because it's purple, but I don't remember. I got this one from Ulta. But I'm going to use the roller to just soak everything into my skin. Then I'm going to be using my Mad Hippie Eye Moisturizer. Oh my gosh, I could not think of the word. This one, as I told you guys in my last video, I'm not really sure if I like it. I think I'm gonna go to Ulta and get a new one, but I have yet to do that. Also, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to crop out that TV in the background, but I am so sorry. It keeps my child occupied while I do my makeup, so anyway, next I'm going to be priming my face for makeup. This is the Touch in Soul Icy Sherbet Face Primer. I used this one in my last video and I really liked it, so I'm going to keep on using it. Again, I got this in BoxyCharm, but of course, if you want this, the price will be in the corner and I'll have it linked down below. Next, I'm going to be using this lip oil by Cab. I forget which flavor this is in, but again, it's going to be in the corner. I really like this stuff. It keeps my lips super moisturized. I'll have it linked down below as well. And then I'm going to be starting with my brows. I've been loving the Soap Brow by Revolution. It's super cheap and it holds my brows so well, literally in place all day, and I'm not even exaggerating. This product is so worth it, you guys. So much more affordable than the Anastasia Brow Freeze, and the pan is so much bigger. The only thing is that you have to get your spoolie wet for this product to activate, whereas the Brow Freeze, it's like more of a gel. Then I'm going to fill in my brows using the Morphe Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Mocha. I think I'm going to go to Ulta and actually get a shade darker. This one I think is a little bit too light for my eyebrows, but I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward through all this because it's so boring to just do your brows on camera. But again, it's part of my makeup routine, so I just film it anyway. But if you guys want me to film without to save time, just let me know. For foundation today, I'm going to be using this Hourglass foundation. I am not exactly sure what shade I am in, but I do know that the shade I am using is way too light. Again, it's my winter color, and it's pretty much summer right now. I do really like this foundation, though. It's super thick, but there's not a lot of foundation in the bottle, I guess, in the stick. And it's very pricey, so I literally only use it on occasions. I just felt like sending it today and using it, and then I'm going to be using this Morphe foundation brush to blend it in. This came with the new Morphe foundation for free, so that is what I'm going to be using to blend it in. I'm pretty sure I also went in with my beauty blender just to smoothen everything out and get rid of any lines. I always like to do that, as I think the foundation looks a lot better like that. And of course, using my Shape Tape concealer in the shade Fair Beige. I know it's pretty tedious to see me use the same concealer all the time, but I am not a beauty influencer and I literally buy all my products out of pocket, so I'm not gonna go to Ulta every single time and get a new concealer, although I am going to look for one, but next payday, okay? Then I'm going to be using this e.l.f. contour palette. I'm going to be using the second to lightest shade in the palette, that one right there. This is so affordable and the product is so creamy. This one wasn't that pigmented just because it's pretty light, but I didn't want to use one that was too dark like I have been using in my past videos. I forgot that I had this, or I definitely would have been using this one, but I'm so glad I found it. It's definitely worth it. Super, super affordable. And then going in with bronzer, the Hoola bronzer out of this palette. I also did use a little bit of Dallas just because it's a little bit lighter, and there was a little bit of shimmer in the Dallas shade, but I'm just going to be placing that over my contour. Then, of course, setting the rest of my face with my Anastasia loose setting powder. I like to take it on my beauty blender and just press it into the places that I'm setting, mostly my under eyes so they don't crease. Next, I'm going to be going in with some blush. I believe that this is the shade Gady by NARS. I'm also going to fast forward through this because this took me so long for literally no reason. So there's no point in just sitting through it. So I'm just going to fast forward it. And then for my eyeshadow today, I'm going to be using this palette. It's the Iconic London Sunset palette. I forgot to prime my lids first, so I'm going to be doing that with my Morphe Eye Primer sometimes. I will carve out my lid, but today, carve out my brows, but today I decided not to, and I'm just going to go in with the eye primer. So first I'm going to be using these two shades. It's a light, cool pinky shade and a pretty warm orangey red shade. The first lighter shade I'm going to be using as my transition shade and just putting that all over my crease, bringing it up pretty far and also blending it out in the corner of my eye. The darker red shade I'm going to be putting just a little bit lower than this transition shade so it looks really nicely blended. So as anybody knows, this is going to take a while. Having your eyeshadow be blended definitely takes a hot minute, so just go ahead and relax. I'll play some music and watch me do my thing. I was definitely going for a sunset kind of look, so I went in with this purple shade. It's a darkish purple cool shade. There is a darker shade of purple that I'm also going to be using, but this one I put in the outer corner and I drug all the way through my crease because I knew I wanted to do a cut crease, but I ended up not liking the way it looks, so I actually thought a halo eye would do better. So as the video goes on, you'll see that I put some more product in the inner corner to do a halo eye, and of course all through my crease. So like I told you guys, I'm going to be taking this darker purple and pretty much doing the same thing with the first purple that I used, except I'm not going to be taking it as far out. I'm not going to be blending it as much, but I'm still going to be putting it on the inner and the outer corner of my eye and blending it a little bit throughout my crease. And of course, I'm going to be cutting my crease using this Maybelline concealer in the shade Fair and taking it on a super condensed flat brush to really get that perfect line and cut crease. So I'm just going to be doing that. Then I'm going to be using the super pretty white and pink shade and then a little bit darker champagne colored on the outer. So I'm going to be putting that first shade right in the middle and then kind of blending it out with that champagne color eyeshadow. After my eyeshadow is done, I'm going to be using lashes. These are by my favorite brand. This is the style Chulada. These lashes are so pretty. They are very, very dramatic. So if you don't like a super heavy dramatic lash, these probably aren't for you. But I love a super dramatic lash. They're very, very wispy. They're very voluminous. And they're actually really easy to put on. Just make sure you put a lot of glue and let it get tacky. Then I'm going to be using my eyeliner, of course. This is a Dose of Colors in the shade Unbox. Again, I got this in my BoxyCharm, but of course, like I said, I'll always have the price in the corner and I'll have the product link down below where you can get it. Then I'm going to be setting all of my makeup I just put on with the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. If you did see my last video, I hate the smell of this. It's so disgusting. But it is a really good product. And then I'm going to jump right into highlight. This is I believe it's the White Ice highlighter by Anastasia. It's their new collection. It's pretty gold. It looks really white in the pan, but it turns out pretty gold. But it's still a super pretty color on my skin tone, I think. I also use this as a highlight for my inner corner and right under my brows. Then, of course, for lips today, I'm going to be taking this Kylie Jenner and Coco collab. This is in the shade Cloths or Clothes, I don't know. Something Khloe, whatever. It's a super pretty matte nude, darker matte nude, but I thought it went perfect with this eyeshadow look. Okay, so I really dropped the ball on this part. You can barely see what I'm doing, but I'm smoking out my bottom lash line with the second color I use for my eyeshadow. It's that more warm toned red orangey shade. And then here, like I said, I'm just going to be using some of that highlighter to highlight the inner corners and my brow bone. Alright you guys, and that is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial. This look I thought turned out so freaking well. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate any support you guys are willing to give, and I will see you guys soon.